Hi everyone, my name's Andreyla and I'm just going to show you how to get your Photoshop ready for pixel art. Now first thing you want to do is you want to create a new project. So you can just start off by naming it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it pixel drawing. Now you want to have a fairly small file. So I'm just putting in 96 by 96 because that's a good size for RPG Maker. Now about the resolution, you don't have to change the resolution, as resolution is more to do with printing. Now as you can see, you start off with a fairly small little workspace, so you want to zoom that in. Just hit the fit screen button and it zooms it right in for you. And you add a new layer so that we're not drawing on the background, and you just do that by pressing this little button here. So we're going to pick up the brush tool and we're going to start drawing. Now one thing you'll notice when you're drawing with the brush tool is that it can have quite a fuzzy edge when you're drawing this small. So if I zoom right in, you can see it's not pixel perfect. It's not really hard edges. It's very fuzzy. Now we're going to change that. So what you want to do is you want to go over to your pencil tool, and we're going to set this up so that we have a brush type for the pencil tool that we're going to use for all our pixel art. So if you just go into that little icon there, you can adjust the brush settings. Now make sure nothing is selected here. So you want to deselect everything. Make sure the hardness is all the way up. And we're going to create a new tool preset. So we'll just create pixel brush. Hit OK, and now we've got our pixel brush there, but we want it fairly handy as this is sort of at the bottom of our list. So what you want to do is right click on your canvas, and in the little settings icon there you can go down to preset manager, and there's your brush there. So you can rearrange that to wherever you want, so I'm just going to click and drag it all the way to the front so it's at the top of the list. So now if you have a look, we have a perfect pixel drawing line, and that is going to be the brush that we select anytime we want to draw. However, if we use the erase tool, as you can see, it has some issues with actually rubbing out perfect pixels. It wants to sort of leave that fuzzy edge again, so we're going to fix that. So we'll just bring that down to 1 pixel so that we can see it a little bit better. And as you can see, it's not rubbing out properly. So if you go up to tools and change that to pencil, you can see that it will rub out perfectly. So the next thing I want to talk about is making selections. So we'll just draw a bit of an example here, just a little bit of art, and we'll use different colors just so we can separate different selections. So we've got a nice pink and a bit of a green. And these colours most certainly don't go together, but we'll use it for the example. There you go. Pink, green, blue. Now you'll see if you select it, it starts doing really funny things. It starts wanting to select outside of the colour, which can make it hard if you're wanting to use the paint bucket tool or anything like that. and just fill in a different color. It's wanting to bleed out. And as you can see, it's bleeding out. It's not letting you just color in within that blue there. The reason why it's doing that is because up the top here, the tolerance is set to 32. You want that to 0, and you also want to take anti-alias off. And now you can see it will select just that one color. Now there's one thing that I'd like to show you, and this is if you want to use the paint bucket tool. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw some extra squares. Just for, oops. Just for part of the illustration here, we'll just draw some extra little shapes. Now as you can see, that setting there, contiguous, is checked. And what that does is that makes it so that it selects just what you're clicking on. So the colors of that one section. However, if we uncheck it, it's going to select everything of that color. So it's selecting both squares even though they're not connected. Now if you want to use the paint bucket tool, you can just click on the different colors and it'll work. Just make sure that the tolerance and the anti-alias is off, just so that there's no weird aberrations happening. And if you uncheck contiguous, it'll select both of the same color. Now that's pretty much all you need to know. You can do most of your pixel art just like that, and as you can see, Photoshop does a really nice job of creating a very sharp line. So you have all the benefits of using Photoshop and still getting really nice pixel art. And as you can see, when you zoom out, instead of it being a little bit blurry or fuzzy, you've got really nice sharp pixels. And that's pretty much it. If you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll try to do more videos like this, and I'll catch you later.